Hello and thanks for joining us for the program this week. Welcome to Take Two as we reflect over the past week of racing on our New South Wales provincial and country tracks. And over the course of the next half hour, there's plenty to get through.
We had 8 races at Goulburn on the Monday meeting to start off our week, and some nice performances raced on a soft track. Some horses to follow. I think the first one we need to watch out for is Majestuoso Phoenix. This horse ran second. A really good effort behind a pretty promising horse in Power Smash, who's made it 2 from 2. But just the way this horse attacked the line, only lightly raced, indicated to me that it can win very, very shortly. So keep an eye out for it. It's in the blue colours, but finishes off really well.
Past the 400, leads by 3 lengths. Giving chase was Power Smash, Orthies and Majestuoso Phoenix. It's Chemtrail, 200 to go. Still 2.5 in front to Power Smash, Orthies. Majestuoso Phoenix. Chemtrail's in front, 100 to go, but they're gaining on it. Chemtrail needs the line. Power Smash through the middle. Power Smash. Power Smash has got up to win from Orthies, Majestuoso Phoenix.
So Power Smash was too good, able to make it consecutive wins here at Goulburn, but I just like the way it goes about its business, and as I said, comes out of the right stable, so it's my first horse to follow, Majestuoso Phoenix. The other one is Zael. Ran into a pretty good one, first start in the area for Danny Williams, but I thought Zael was really gallant. Now, it did win its previous start here at Goulburn. It's in the pink colours as we pick them up, but battles on really well. Only lightly raced. Gary Nixon, a trainer with a very good strike rate when he brings horses down around the Goulburn area. And I think this horse, Zael, he might even bob up here next Thursday, and it'll be hard to beat.
Zael's the last one. 400 to go. Tenor in front, Everlasting Stars second. It's Our Babies cut the corner. Isagura and Zael coming down the outside. Everlasting Stars hit the front from Tenor. It's Our Baby on the far side. Zael and Isagura trying to wind up. 150 to go. Everlasting Stars a length and a half in front. Zael ran to second, then Isagura, but it's Everlasting Stars in front, and the former Queenslander makes a winning debut for the new stable. Everlasting Stars beat Zael.
Pretty solid all the way to the line. Keep an eye out for those pink colours next Thursday, perhaps here at Goulburn, or it might go around here in a couple of weeks' time. But Zael, one of my Take Two horses, and the other one is Majestuoso Phoenix out of this meeting from Goulburn.
Well, it was Diggers Cup Day at Narromine on Tuesday, the 29th of April. The rescheduled meeting washed out here on Sunday, but Racing New South Wales worked swiftly to get this meeting rescheduled, and we had 7 races on the card today. The feature, of course, was the Diggers Cup, an annual highlight here that the club puts on in honour of our past and present servicemen and women, and a fitting recognition as well. Found a couple of horses that we can follow going forward out of today's meetings. The first one is in race number 2, a gelding by the name of Best Defence. He's now with the Clint Lundham stable. He was having his first run for Clint today off the back of a close-up third at Dubbo at his most recent outing. Thought he did a really good job today. The favourite, Micro Mickey, wins the race, was a very well-supported favourite, but Best Defence certainly didn't shirk the task and took a photo to separate them.
Up to the home turn, and Micro Mickey's on the inside, being led narrowly now by Houdini Spirit. Best Defence joins in. Narum's getting up along the fence. Micro Mickey in the centre, Houdini Spirit, Best Defence, and then comes No Defence. Micro Mickey, Houdini Spirit, Best Defence the outside. Best Defence after Micro Mickey. Best Defence is racing up on the outside. They hit the line. Very close finish here, Micro Mickey and Best Defence.
I thought that was a really good performance. He's no star Best Defence, but he's a good, honest, bread and butter horse who the connections are going to have a fair bit of fun with. He hasn't run a bad race for a little while now. Clint picked him up for not a lot of money, and he's got nearly all of that back just by finishing second today, and he'll go on and continue to race well wherever Clint places him. The second horse to follow comes up out of the following event, a horse by the name of Rosie IM. She's trained by Alison Smith. She's a 4-year-old. She was lining up for her 4th start today. She got back in the race, which was somewhat on-speed dominated, and she ran into all sorts of trouble in the straight. I thought she did a good job to finish 5th.
Up to the home turn they come, and I'm a statement. with Matilda Tuscany going to it on the outside. Helen's Crown is out 3 wide, and Tilly's getting a rails run. I'm a statement. Matilda Tuscany, Helen's Crown, and then Tilly's getting the rails run now. Helen's Crown the outside, and Tilly's getting up along the rails. Helen's Crown and Tilly's, Helen's Crown and Antilles, but Antilles kicks back to beat. Helen's Crown, give it to Matilda Tuscany, third just in front of I'm a statement. Oh, Shine to Me was running home very powerfully and getting on the heels just after the winning post. Rosie Am was out wide.
Yeah, look, she should have no doubt finished much, much closer than she did to the winner and the place getters there in today's event. I've got no doubt that she'll continue to improve. And the good thing about her, just speaking to her trainer Alison Smith after the race, is that she's a horse that Alison knows really enjoys the wet conditions. So if we do continue to get a bit of rain around, don't be afraid if you want to have a couple of dollars on Rosie IM going forward. She should have definitely finished in the placings today and maybe even pressed for victory. So the 2 horses to follow out of today's Narromine meeting are Rosie IM and Best Defence.
Take 2 time racing was at Corindi this Tuesday, the 29th of April. We had 7 races on the card, and I've picked out a couple of horses that I'm pretty keen to follow over the coming weeks. The first horse I want to highlight went around in race number 3, the Class 1 over 1,000 metres from the Brett Thompson stable, and Sorrento Palace is her name. She's had a couple of runs back from a spell. Had already put together good placings there at Wellington and Dubbo. Today from gate number 1, stalked the speed and got pretty close to causing an upset.
They come towards the point of the corner where the leader is Cashaway Gold. Leads the way by 2 lengths from I'm Brazilian in second spot. Atoka is poised, ready to pounce, and Sorrento Palace getting a beautiful passage up the inside. Hollywood Gold's not too far away with I Like Sabugi. So the leader inside the 150 is Cashaway Gold. Leads the way by 2 lengths. Sorrento Palace is revving up on the outside. It's Cashaway Gold in front. Diving is Sorrento Palace over the top, but Cashaway Gold wins by a half length from Sorrento Palace in second.
Well, the winner, Cashaway Gold, made it back-to-back victories this preparation. Was sent out a short price favourite. Sorrento Palace really steamed to the line the last little bit, and I think a win isn't too far off. The next horse I want to follow went around in race number 4, the maiden over 1,450 metres, Close to Think It Over. A rising 10-year-old, only having her second start in a race today. She couldn't go the early clip, but watch the way she finds the line.
400 metres left to travel when turning the bend. The favourite Jason Darren leads away. It's clear by 2.5 lengths from Soraya in second spot. Perfilia's not too far away. Lady Lilybet to the outside with Big Better Best. Into the straight, 200 metres left to travel. It's still Jason Darren. Jason Darren leads away by 3 lengths. Trying hard is Perfilia and followed by Lady Lilybet, but it's Jason Darren in front. Down towards the line, Jason Darren still holding him at bay, and Jason Darren wins by a length and a half from Perfilia, charging when it was all late. Close to Think It Over.
Yes, the 9-year-old by High Chaparral certainly going to appreciate getting out over a longer distance very soon, and I think there is a win in store for her somewhere. So the 2 horses to follow out of this Corindi meeting this Tuesday, the 29th of April, Sorrento Palace and Close to Think It Over.
Racing at Wyong on Thursday, the 1st of May, we were working on a heavy track. We had a number of scratchings throughout the meeting, a few scattered showers, but thankfully thought the track played really nicely right the way throughout the day. 2 horses to follow today, and the first of those comes out of race number 1. It was Mer Filly. Now, this filly is only lightly raced. She was stepping out to the mile today for the first time. She settles at the rear of the field in the pink colours. Watch for her late.
Point of the turn. Think of 1 by 2. Hell's Vixen, Akami Star is struggling but is still making some ground. And then came Mer Filly on the outside. The big bounds of Akami Star, though, moved up and grabbed the front in a slugging contest. Akami Star, Mer Filly's having a dive on the outside. Akami Star, Mer Filly in a head-bombing finish, and Akami Star in a slogging go in the end would have just beaten Mer Filly on the line.
I thought she did a great job. The eventual winner just had the run under the belt over the trip. She'll be all the better now, and she just continues to improve with racing. I think if she remains around the mile, she's going to be not far off breaking her maiden status. The other horse to follow out of the meeting today comes out of race number 3. It was Yes Siree. Now, this gelding by Yes 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 was on debut. He was caught 3 wide in the small field. He wanted to lay in at the top of the straight. He's in the navy and white colours.
Down past the 400, the rookie in front. Step Quick on the outside is asserting authority though around the bender. And Step Quick went up to the rookie, took a narrow lead. Then came Yes Sirree, Purple Hazer, and further back to Dream Alive at Step Quick just in front. Yes Sirree will have a last shot on the outside. Step Quick tackled by Yes Sirree. Yes Sirree moved up, grabbed the front and won.
I think he's a horse with a lot of upside. He's going to be far better suited when he gets out in trip and out onto a big circuit. So a lot to like about his maiden win here today. And you could see over the final stages, Winona was quite soft on him. So I don't think he's going to be a horse that'll take long to notch up a few wins in his short career. The two horses to follow out of the meeting today are Philly and Yes Sirree.
Wagga Town Plate Day on Thursday. What a race it was. Compelling Truth winning the big one for Mac Griffith and also Bailey Wheeler. But, geez, the locals had a big day out, didn't they?
Huge day, which is good to see because often these carnivals are obviously dominated by the city trainers who seem to bring their superior horses. But excellent to see the local horses have such a field day.
Yeah, Gary Colvin with 2 winners. Tim Donnelly with 2 winners. We had 2 winners at $100 in consecutive races.
It's a hard day to find a winner.
We didn't find any of them.
And I couldn't have found them even with hindsight, to be honest.
Oh, it was just one of those great days, wasn't it? Really good, but Compelling Truth won our feature. What'd you come up with?
Yeah, I like a horse called Ceremonious. I think there's a lot of horses to follow out of this meeting, but Ceremonious, it was a horse that was based with Chris Waller. He's now joined the Joseph Jones team. He's a horse that has won over 1,800 and further, but he was first up today at the shorter trip. He does race well fresh, but I thought he paraded quite big in the yard, and I actually demoted him in my numbers because of that. But we'll take a look at his first up run. For a horse that was at a distance that's certainly short of his best, I thought he was really good for third.
350 to go. Ceremonious more than a length in front. Champagne Sharon off its back. Lucy Lulu's still there. Wexford Miss has run out of room behind them. It's bolting. Group Chat's trying to run on with Kirk. And behind them, Little Bathsheba's got no room as well. Getting to the front, Lucy Lulu. Wexford Miss out late. Ceremonious. Lucy Lulu's in front from Wexford Miss. And Lucy Lulu got home from Wexford Miss. Ceremonious.
Well, the runner-up was also luckless there in Wexford Miss. She probably should have won the race. But as I said, I think Ceremonious will be a really handy staying type of horse based in the country now with the Joseph Jones team. And I think he can only take benefit out of that good first up run.
Yeah, its wins have been over 1,800 up to 2,200. Yeah, so a good performance by that horse first up for the new stable. My horse to follow is one that's been around for a little while, but Burgundy Girl, I was really taken by its run. It was down the run in the Wagga Cup, and they went around in this race on Thursday, but I love the way it found the line. Rebecca Bronick-Pragg rides, the Dryden Snowden runner, but it was in a position where you just think, well, how's it even run fourth? And it just flies home to run fourth, and that comes off the win here about 3 starts ago. So pay to follow her. Some meetings coming up at Canberra and a lot back here at Wagga, but Burgundy Girl's my horse to follow. Look at her storming home late.
The 400 once they turn, no second thoughts from Dynamic One, and Sacred Mistress given full bore, and she strode up to Dynamic One. Sorry Sunshine's going with her. Taumata starting to sprint down the outside. Sacred Mistress found nothing. Sorry Sunshine, Dynamic One, and Taumata out wide. 100 metres left to go. Reached the lead. Got away from Sorry Sunshine, Dynamic One, but the locals again. Taumata, Tim Donnelly and Karen McAvoy have won. Second went to Burgundy Girl.
That was some run, but there were so many good performances, as Kayla said. So she's my horse to follow, Burgundy Girl, and Ceremonious for Kayla out of this meeting on Thursday from Wagga.
Musselbrook Racing, Friday the 2nd of May. The rain held off for the majority. We were on heavy conditions, but overall, as you'd expect, the track was out to the middle. But we had a pretty good day of racing. I found one I like in the 2-year-old fillies race, the Miss Finland. It was Scent Face. She was on debut. She's bred to get out over further. Look at what she does here to finish second in the green colours.
400 metres left to go around the turn. Vitozzi in front, heads to the centre of the track, led from Zumbo. Then Scent Face, Backhander and Catch a Vibe is last with 250 left to go. Zumbo is sprinting hard on the inside. Scent Face goes with it in the centre as Vitozzi. Then came Backhander. It's Zumbo in front from Vitozzi and Scent Face. Zumbo just in front. Scent Face out wide's having a go. The leader is Zumbo under hard riding got through and won. Zumbo beat St Faith's.
Being by Churchill, she's only going to improve up in trip, and she was a real heavy set filly also, so I'm thinking that she's only got to improve when she gets up on top of the ground. It was an encouraging debut, and I'm looking to see what she can do moving forward.
Yeah, my horse to follow is Bella Kathleen, a 6-year-old mare trained now by Mark Minovini. She went around in the feature event on the card, the Godolphin Tiara, benchmark 74. She'd only won 2 races leading into this. She's a former South Australian. She still wanted to do a few things wrong in the straight. Now, she was beaten by a better horse today in Gentileschi.
Pretty good horse.
A pretty good horse, yeah. But I just thought the way that she battled on, she finished second. Mark Minovini's got a few options ahead with her.
Top of the straight, 350 left to go. Gentileschi went underneath them, got to the front from Sibylla. 2 lengths away, then Bella Kathleen, then Bubba and Ballandary Sells right down the outside with Borrowed Luck. But Gentileschi shot clear. 150 metres left to go. Gentileschi in front. Bella Kathleen's trying to peg back the margin, but the favourite streaking clear. And Gentileschi will win. Gentileschi beat Bella Kathleen.
That was only her second run this way of going. She's a former South Australian, obviously. She's still got a few things to learn. She's by Fiorente, so getting out over a trip next time I don't think will be a problem for her. It's just a matter of where's Mark's going to take her now. But I'd be looking for her in a 1,600, even an 1,800 metre race now. She had a good fitness base under her heading into today. So the 2 horses to follow out of today's Muswellbrook meeting are Bella Kathleen
and some faves.
We're quality racing, massive crowd, perfect weather. What a Wagga Gold Cup it was, Carla.
It was an excellent 2 days racing and on very fair surfaces, so everything had their chance and we saw a lot of nice winners throughout the program.
Fantastic 2 days of racing, in fact, and just so much quality throughout the program, but some nice horses on the way through. We saw some win the feature races, but we need to look ahead. What's coming up?
Yeah, exactly. Out of the first race, a maiden that we had, I quite like the run of Sundrop. Now, she was resuming. She had the 4 runs last preparation where she was around the mark the whole way through. She was always a filly that showed a bit of early speed. Now, first up today, they rode her quiet, which they probably had to from a wide draw. And if we take a look at her in this replay, she finds the line really well to run fourth.
The 350, Miss Pepe Haas in front from the Nephilim. Santolini on the back of the leader. And here comes Me and Hell of a Fox, the 2 favourites making their runs together. Hell of a Fox rushed up with Me. 150 to go. Hell of a Fox, Me. Hell of a Fox is just in front. Hell of a Fox is going to roll the short price favourite. Hell of a Fox beat Me. The Nephilims run third. Sundrop ran fourth.
I thought she closed off really well there. I think if she draws a gate, particularly at her next start, they could be a little bit closer in the run. She'll be winning a race quickly this time around.
So Sundrop for Kayla to break through for its first victory. My horse is a horse that's on the rise, and we've seen a few recently. Its name is So You Pence. This has been some training effort by the Matthew Dale team. She's off the scene for 2 and a bit years. She's only had 5 starts now, 3 wins, 2 seconds. And her latest was just as good as her previous at Goulburn. But there was a bit more quality to this, Phil, but very, very easy on her in the run to the line, wasn't he, Ash Morgan? He sat up, so she's going places, and her time was very similar to what they ran in the Town Plate the day before. So You Pence, a short price favourite, putting them away.
350 to go. So You Pence given ahead now, strode up to Dolly. Dance Enough's trying to go with her, but So You Pence broke away. 200 to go. Put up 3 lengths pretty quickly here. So You Pence showed a good turn of foot, and she's dashed right away. And this is a space job for So You Pence.
She's pretty good, and she has a great record so far. So keep an eye out for her, probably in Sydney. That's where they'll go next. And she'll be winning up there for sure. And for Kayla, Sundrop out of Wagga Gold Cup Day on Friday.
Newcastle Racing, Saturday the 3rd of May. We're on a heavy 10. The rail was out in the 9 metre position, but overall we had beautiful conditions throughout the afternoon. 2 nice horses to follow out of the meeting. The first comes out of race 2. His name is Rustamo. He's a 2-year-old taking on the older horses. He had blinkers on for the first time. He done a few things wrong, but I thought he done an excellent job to run second here in the Australian bloodstock colours.
Around the bend, Chiba is the leader over Cenotaph, who's called upon. Plenty of room for Rustimo to come between them or go up on the inside if it wants. It's looking to come between those 2 runners now, and Terra Australia is back in 3rd spot, but Chiba is still travelling strongly with 150 metres left to go. Rustimo picking up, trying to get to this front runner, but it's Chiba in front. Rustimo is making a late lunge. Chiba in front. Rustimo dives, missed. I think Chiba narrowly over Rustimo.
Yeah, obviously still doing a few things wrong, still learning his craft, but thought he done a really good job here this afternoon. I can't wait to find him back in 2-year-old company. The other horse I'm keen to follow, who was a winner here this afternoon, it was Luna Ite. She was stepping out for a third race start. This was a second up run after about a year off the scene. She posies up outside the leader in the navy and red, and look at the space she puts in them late.
Around the bend, Tampa Bay on top. It's clicked up. Going after it strongly on the outside now is Luna Ite, and Luna Ite strode to the lead at the 300 metres and dashed away. Luna Ite got 3 lengths in front. Custer goes to second. A Sketch runs on. Blue Willow starting to make ground down the outside, but Luna Ite is clear as they run inside the 100. Oh, it's coming right away. Luna Ite, a big win. Luna Ite wins comfortably.
Pretty encouraging win there on the heavy 10 surface. Looking at her in the mounting yard, she still had improvement to come, but I'm expecting the Paul Snowden stable to have a lot of fun with her. So Rustamo and Luna Ite are the 2 horses I want to follow out of Newcastle.
Take 2 time racing was at Dubbo this Sunday, the 4th of May. We had an 8-race card. We started off on a soft 6 track, but we had an upgrade through the middle part of the day to a soft 5. Ben and I picked out a couple of horses that might be worth following. The first horse I want to highlight went around in race number 3. Sweet Kick from the Darren Hyde stable was only having her second start for Darren. Got a long way back along the inside, and I really liked the way she powered along the rails the last little bit.
Sweet Kick has come from a long way back, right up along the rails. Colonel Light drew to the lead now. Outcast Soldier. Sweet Kick is getting home all right. Also Jeffo running home well. Colonel Light has to be shaken up here. Drew the lead over Outcast Soldier. Sweet Kick is getting home well along the rails, but Colonel Light is now racing away from them. Colonel Light beats Outcast Soldier, winning reign 3rd, Sweet Kick 4th.
It did look at one stage that she might have been a winning chance, but I think she might have just peaked on the run 50 metres from home. I think next time out, perhaps over a mile, I think she'll be ready to go. You found a horse to follow a little later in the day.
Yeah, I did. A gelding by the name of Twilight Rock. He was first up from a long break today in the 1,000-metre benchmark 58. He basically had the best part of 12 months off. Now, you'll see him there in the yellow and white colours. He gets a peach of a ride by Braith Knock, who hugs the inside rail for the majority of the event, but he was just brought undone by a ride that was marginally better. Aaron Bullock aboard Cumnock, one that they should show at the apprentice school, but I thought he did a really good job here, Twilight Rock. He was a long time off the scene. He was giving away race fitness. Just look at the way he hits the line over the last 50 metres particularly.
Comes Cumnock with a run now. Cora Magic. Cumnock is coming after it quickly on the outside. Cora Magic. Cumnock is wearing it down, and Twilight Rock's through, but Cumnock has beaten Twilight Rock.
Yeah, look, he was giving away weight. He was giving away race fitness. I thought he did a really good job there. Brett Kavanagh will find a suitable race for him in the next little while. He has campaigned out as far as 1,350 metres in the past as well, so stepping up in the trip next time, if he does that, won't be an issue. So my horse to follow out of Dubbo today is Twilight Rock.
And my horse to follow is Sweet Kick.
Racing this Sunday was at the Sapphire Coast. We were on a soft 7 track with the rail out 4 metres and with such nice conditions. Thought possibly we might have been a chance of an upgrade, but after speaking to quite a few jockeys, they said there's such good grass cover on the track that rain had really soaked in, and they felt that the track was probably bordering more heavy. So we were trying to find horses that we knew were going to get through those conditions, and made the winners quite hard to find. But I have found a couple of horses to follow out of the meeting. We'll start off with a maiden for Anthony Mountney called Superior Fun. She came up in a 1,400 metre maiden. She's had 2 returning runs, which have both been quite good, but I thought her run today was full of merit. We'll take a look at her now running second.
And last star of the class around the turn, Mere Mortal in front. Shoreman looks to be bolting on the outside, moved up and put pay to Mere Mortal. So Shoreman from Mere Mortal, then Flying Betty, and down the outside Superior Fun. Star of the class is going back to the inside. It's Shoreman in front, tackled by Superior Fun, and Star of the class dashed through at the 200. Star of the class grabbed the front from Superior Fun, then came Shoreman, Flying Betty, and then Rose Diamond, but Star of the class inside the 50s, a length in front, coming home hard on the outside, Superior Fun, but Star of the class.
Geez, I like the way she found the line there for second. And what you missed is the first half of the race where she was posted 3 wide the entire trip. And that's very hard to do at the Sapphire Coast, to be able to be that wide and still pick yourself up and find the line as well as what she did. So that was obviously the 1,400 today. I think they'll probably look for a race over a little bit further. And I think that will see her break her maiden quite quickly this time around. The second of my horses to follow is another maiden that came up later in the day. She's a 2-year-old that was on debut for Nick Olive called Dee Razilli. Now, she had a trial where she trialled very well at Canberra, but she wasn't let off the bridle, so it was hard to know what she was going to find coming off the bridle, particularly on a soft track. She was a bit raw. She got to the corner and was chasing them off the bridle and looked like she didn't know how to travel. But as you can see late, she finds the line really well to actually get ahead of the winner just after the line. Also worth taking a look at the horse running on the outside, who was also on debut, called Bad Harry. He ran on well into 4th.
Up towards the turn with 450 metres left to run, and the leader is Look Across the Water around the corner. Look Across the Water down past the 400 length clear. Geezer is chasing on the outside. 2 lengths Rockers Grande. Derazzoli threads through behind them. Then Bedouin Bear in Cheerer, and then came Bad Hat Harry with 200 metres left to go. Geezer on the outside of Look Across the Water got to the front. Then Derazzoli, who's into clean air now. It's Geezer in front. Derazzoli is flying home. Then came Yui Taku. Geezer in front, and Geezer will win. Geezer beat the first starter, Derazzoli.
She's a smart filly, I think. I think she'll take a lot of benefit out of what she would have learnt today on debut, particularly when we see her get on top of the ground. And I think that she's one to watch for sure. So my 2 horses to follow out of this Sapphire Coast meeting are Superior Fun and Dee Razilli.
Hope you enjoyed the program this week, and we look forward to doing it all again next time around, and hope we have the pleasure of your company then. Bye for now.